Hey, Greg Moulton here, Matrix Motion Fitness Studios. We have our trainer, Andrea. We're just going to do a quick exercise demonstration. So basically, I was with a client this morning and we went over a very simple exercise and the idea of trying to control your pelvis. And she was so focused on this one exercise, the movement part of it, that she didn't really get anything out of it. And I think a large part of that is because she wasn't focusing on the stuff that has to keep her still in order to allow the movement to occur. So I just wanted to go over this kind of briefly and give you an idea as to what we did with our client earlier. So again, Andrea, just lay down on your back. So the idea here, bring your hands over top of your head. The idea is in terms of what we were working on earlier. If she were to lift her left leg slightly and her right arm slightly, the exercise itself is kind of focusing on an abdominal aspect. But the challenge that we actually faced this morning was as soon as our client lifted her leg and arm, her pelvis rolled, right? So she would go through this exercise and she'd kind of go back and forth. You can lower back down. She would go back and forth, and her pelvis, as she did this, would just kind of roll left and right, left and right, left and right. So she didn't really feel much, and she wasn't getting much out of that exercise. And once we kind of cued her to stabilize the pelvis, so her focus was now to make sure that she went through this whole exercise without letting anything move here. So now bring your hands down for me, Andrea. Just put them on the front of your pelvis there. So I'm gonna get Andrea just to lift one leg and then the other leg, and just slowly going back and forth. And what she's trying to feel for here is whether her pelvis actually lifts or shifts on her. And as long as there's no increased pressure on one side or decreased pressure from the other and that pelvis rolling, then you know you're controlling that motion from her abdominals and maintaining that positioning. Oftentimes we get so focused on the movement of an exercise that we miss out on the part that actually has to stay still to allow that movement to occur. Now, I know I've spoken about this before and it's kind of a regular topic, but again, it's just making sure that her pelvis is square, there is no movement side to side as she's going through that movement, and this can come into play for any exercise. So don't always look at what's moving. Sometimes you want to look at the stuff that's keeping you still in order to allow that movement to occur. Hopefully that helps. Any other questions, just let us know.